What is up, everyone? And welcome back to Kevin and Zach React. Kevin, how are we feeling? We've been waiting for this.
Man, it's logo day, it's channel day. So we got a lot of exciting announcements here. Again, nothing is really changing in the grand scheme of things. We're still, we have a lot.
The changes as you just go to a different channel to see this part of the show.
Exactly. And not even that at the first junction of it. We're going to be cross-streaming on both this channel and the new channel, but we're going to keep pushing people over to the new channel because this has been the goal, for everybody on the show and just part of, everybody loves when I say it. And Ryan says it, the Ryan Ripken Media empire of, just expanding out into different shows and different channels. So when we started the Reacts show, it was just kind of an idea. We'd see where it took us and we'd kind of figure it out. But the goal has always been to kind of expand into multiple different shows here in the Ryan Ripken Media empire. So obviously the Ryan Ripken Media, we got the Ryan Ripken Show, and that is the big one, right? Monday and Thursdays we're live, so be sure to subscribe over here. But then branching off of that umbrella, having multiple different shows that we have. And so this is kind of the first one of those. So it's really exciting. We're going to do the new logo. We're going to have that revealed in a couple of minutes here. And for those who have already found the channel, because we didn't make it secret or anything, but you have to type in a specific thing for it. And once we unveil the logo, we'll put the link to the channel in the description so you can sub over there. And we'll just keep pushing people over there.
Yeah. It's been fun, and we're actually going to, he couldn't be here to do it live, but we have a video recording from the man who made kind of all of this happen with the logo, with the new channel, all of that. It's just awesome to see this community. Like that's what's the coolest part is like, this wasn't something where we went out and we were like, okay, we got to find someone to go make logos. We got to do this, got to do that. It was people that we interact with on Baltimore Twitter every day. It's these guys that we all interact with. We all see on Twitter, are in the comments here. It's like, this is why we do it. This is why it's so enjoyable, Kevin, is because of the community that we have built. And Jeremy, I see it. I saw you yesterday, was going to stop and say hi, but saw the kiddos were running you around. So it was great to see you, man.
Yeah, it has been fun. And again, I know I speak for everybody on the channel when I say this, and this is just a very...
I don't know if we can make Tommy, I would love to give you my word that he won't, but I don't know. It's hard.
I'm gonna try to get Malik Neighbors, and for you, Zach, I'm gonna draft Stephon Diggs, so I can prove you wrong. But I remember that conversation. But yeah, man, I think the community that we've built here on this channel, and obviously with Ryan and Brad starting it up, and Rocco, Zach, and I kind of coming in when we did, it's been incredible. And obviously Baltimore sports is what brings us together. Obviously, we have other things that we do. We have a lot of exciting events and things coming up and crazy things going on. By the way, I am so serious. That 2,400 subscriber 24-hour stream is going to happen, but it's going to be in levels. So 2,400 on Kevin and Zach Reacts. I will do a 24-hour stream, like just from here. And then 24,000 on this channel, the Ryan Ripken channel. We're going to do it from the studio. So those are things we're really excited about. We have a lot of stuff that we have in store for the channel, Zach. Just getting into that a little bit before we unveil the logo. So we'll do that in a couple minutes.
Yes.
But so that's one of the things. Yep, exactly. So one of the things that we're going to be doing, not only hate watching live streams, but just regular live stream watchers. And again, for Orioles games, we're not going to do live watch alongs for every single one.
Yeah, but there will be some.
For bigger games, I would say. And obviously, once we get to the playoffs, and I know, we'll probably, one of us or both of us will go to some of those games when that happens. But, where we can do live watch alongs, have the scoreboard. Obviously, we can't broadcast the games or anything like that. Like, we would get very quickly banned for doing that. But, just having the scoreboard at the bottom and having us, in the corner watching along and having those real raw reactions. And another thing is the call-in, Zach. I know we've been teasing that for a while.
Yeah,
wanted to wait until we moved over to the other channel to do that. But that's something that I'm excited for. Maybe a little little intrigued to see how that actually goes because I know people can get a little crazy. So again, you're allowed to vent, you're allowed to curse, you're allowed to do whatever. Just don't get too crazy with it. Obviously, there'll be ground rules for that.
Yeah, you have to behave.
Yes, have to behave. So those are just a couple of things again. And as we get this going, we will have a new intro again. I know. When I talked about this last night with the intro stuff, where was this when we had a 5-minute intro? Where were these comments? We had a 5-minute intro.
I am so confused. Guys, I'm going to be real. We used to have a 5-minute intro and no one was upset about the intro. The second we made it we cut it down to 3 minutes and everyone's like, why is this intro? I was like,
why is it so long?
I was like, before it was 5 minutes of just numbers counting down and people were like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so we'll have a new logo and I will make that 2 minutes. I'll even cut it down.
And Marcus, only rules would be if people just get out of hand. We're not going to stop you from saying things like if you're passionate about the Orioles in one way or the other, whatever's happening. If you're passionate and get your point across, go for it. But if you come on here and just start yelling stuff, that makes no sense.
Well, the way I'll put it is, obviously just don't get personal with it. Don't take those angles. So obviously we are non-tolerant on things like racism and sexism and all of that that entails. So obviously those are the rules, right? Don't go there.
Good way to
put it. If you have stuff to say about the team, if you have stuff to say about how the team is awesome or the team is terrible or whatever you want to say, that's fine. We're not here to censor anybody with their sports takes, right? That's not what we do here. But again, there is a level of just being human that we do, we don't tolerate. So that's how we'll put that. Jeez, man, that was a stray.
Oh
man.
All right. Do we want to do the logo reveal? Or
yeah, we're 10 minutes in, so let me get the channel link ready to go here. Let me put it in the description, and then again, if you're watching, you will have to refresh to get the channel link in the description. But yeah, let's reveal the logo. So do you have the blurred out logo right now? You want to pull that up first, and we can speculate, even though we know what it is.
I was gonna say, even though we literally know what it is. Yeah, let me. Actually, I don't have the blurred logo. I have it on. Yeah, let me find it real quick. You know what? This is how we're gonna do it.
I'm waiting.
All right, so I'm just gonna pull up the. I'm gonna pull up this. So we're moving, as we all know. So you kind of see the thought behind it, You see where it's going.
So obviously we wanted the two-face look, so you can tell that I'm the one with the hat and the mustache. So we didn't want it to be necessarily uber cartoony, but a realistic cartoony, I guess, is what we were going with.
Yeah.
And definitely delivered on that. And we have little different intricacies that we'll talk about with the actual logo. So again, this is what it is for now. But if you want to put it up there, Zach, I think we're good to do it.
All right. Can we get a drum roll?
All right, let's go. Drum roll it up.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, here is the Kevin and Zach React logo. Boom. There it is, baby. So, boom, Kevin.
Okay, all right. Now it's there.
Now it's there. Kevin and Zach React.
Yeah, so the first thing I will say is we did go through and we talked about this on the post stream after our stream on Thursday, where we had a whole naming debacle of what this was going to be called. And we were like, all right, we're going to put it up to the chat. React or Reacts, which we're going to go with. We don't know, because Zach said Kevin and Zach React. I'm like, do we like it with the S? Do we not like it with the S? And we're just like, we don't know. So we put it up. Everybody said without the S. And then Zach and I were like, sorry, we're actually going to use the S, regardless of what everybody says. And then we had the logo done, and the S was just automatically chopped up for us, and we were like,
it looks
okay,
so
we
good
actually,
without the S.
yeah,
It
we
looks
actually
way
kind
too good
of.
without the S. It's
We
almost
kinda,
like it was meant to be. It was meant for this to happen because we were so torn over which side to go on. And then once
yeah,
we saw the logo, both of us text each other and we're like, that's it. We're like,
yeah,
nailed it.
that's the one. So I did just update the description. You can either refresh the stream. Actually, I'll put the link in the chat. Actually, I'm allowed to post links from here, right? YouTube link. So there's the link to the channel. It's been the comments there. If you want to go subscribe to the channel, really appreciate that. So again, the plan is we are going to be cross streaming for just a little bit to get the channel going. And then obviously once it is pumped up enough, we are going to only stream Kevin and Zach React on that channel to, again, make the Ryan Ripken Show channel just focus on the Ryan Ripken Show stuff, and then have the Kevin and Zach React channel focus on the Kevin and Zach React stuff. So, all right, appreciate everybody. We got subs going on. Appreciate everyone who's subbing already, and so some interesting things in the logo here, and we can just kind of reveal how some of this went down. Is so someone said my hair looks perfect. I appreciate that. The hair is a big thing. But so in the actually, all right. Do we want to play? Do you want to play Fields' video? All right, let's play Fields' video. It will give us more context. So if you know him, EDC Burner, otherwise known as Fields, he ended up putting this together for us. Did an awesome job. We were gonna have him live react to it with us, but he couldn't be here today. So we're gonna play a video that he made for us, and then we'll react. On the other side, our first reaction is
and real fast, Joe, did you really think I was going to let you be sub number one? I was sub number one. Actually, I think
were you actually? I was sub number 7, I think. So people had found it before we put it out.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think like 4 of them were like me.
Yeah, and just a quick thing here, Tommy. If you are watching on your phone, membership does not pop up. You have to be watching on your desktop. I don't know if you are or not, or on a laptop or something. The membership button is next to subscribe on the desktop or laptop, but on the phone it gets very, very weird. And in terms of memberships, we're gonna have something like that. Obviously, not right off the bat. I think we have to reach certain thresholds to do that, but eventually there will be some level of a membership over there. So obviously keep supporting this show with the memberships, right? Do not get rid of those. But yes, if you want another way to, just support us over there on Kevin and Zach React, you can do that. So that will be coming out in due time, but not yet. So, all right, Zach, do you have the video? You want to pull it up?
Yeah. So here we go. Let's hear it for T Fields.
What's up, everyone? This is Taylor Fields, aka EDC Burner, as I'm known on Twitter, also known as a Kermit the Frog impersonator, thanks to Pat Mahomes. The whole "I'm here" thing really took on a life of its own. I can't be there today, can't do the live because I am in beautiful Ocean City, MD. I have some duck decoys calling my name, some Thrasher fries, probably some mini golf in there. But yeah, just wanted to at least send you this video and say congrats. Super excited for you guys. Thanks, Kevin, Zach, and Ryan for getting me involved. Was really happy I got to help out with the logo. And it wasn't without some sacrifice by Zach and Kevin. They had to send me about a dozen selfies of them making different faces, which, as you can imagine, that's not the easiest thing. It takes some serious bravery and courage, and I think self-esteem probably that, a lot of us wouldn't have. I didn't realize what I was asking of them until they sent the selfies. I was like, that had to be tough. That had to be tough to hit send on. But really, I'm so glad you guys like the logo. I'm glad it turned out really well. And I think the Baltimore community is excited to see what you guys do with this channel and see you react to everything, from heartbreak to triumph and everything in between throughout the season. So thanks for getting me involved, and super excited to see what you guys do with it. Go O's, go Ravens.
Awesome. There he is, Taylor Fields, EDC Burner. I don't know why my computer just messed up that video with the weird aspect ratio thing.
It's fine. Right. Yeah.
Well, that's why when he popped up, I was like, my bad, Fields. You don't know, Fields. That you said, that's Fields being too bright in that because of my computer is theirs are even for the photos because Kevin, let's talk about. We sent some very funny. Me and Kevin had to send a lot of selfies, making a lot of different faces. And this one group chat with the four of us, me, Kevin, Fields, and Ryan, have about 20 selfies in them that should never see the light of day. There were just some where I was like, it was so bad. We had to make like, there's some where I'm like,
oh, now you're just exposing yourself. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I've already had enough wild reactions on this channel. It happens. But yes, genuinely, though, we can't thank Fields enough. I mean, talk about just a 10 out of 10 dude. Came to us really for months now and it's been like, hey, if you guys need anything, you let me know. He's one of the good people in this community. He's one of the best people out there. Go follow him on Twitter if you are not already. He puts out incredible content all the time. Incredible with Photoshop. Obviously, you probably have seen his Patrick Mahomes Kermit impersonation.
Yes.
It goes viral at least 2 to 3 times a year. But seriously,
just went viral the other day, actually. Went viral again the other day.
Exactly. So it's just like he's one of the great members of this community. So make sure EDC Burner on Twitter. Go follow him. He's just an incredible guy. And I'm seeing, we might have we're going to have more social medias for Kevin and Zach React happen as we move on. I think our next step is going to be Instagram and then kind of keep going from there.
Yeah. So do you want to pull it back up and we can talk about a little bit of what went into it, because it is not exactly as it appears. So, by the way, again, if you want to subscribe over on the Kevin and Zach React channel, if you haven't already, that link's in the description, or it's up in the comments. But all right, you scrolling in and out on that? Jeez, what are you doing?
I don't know what's happening. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it like this. I panicked there, guys. I'm so sorry.
Okay, well, I'm gonna zoom in myself. You can see, so when I sent my photo in, the lighting was kind of messed up on the the left, so the right side of my face here. Yeah, right side of my face. And it like washed out one of my eyes and like made my eye looked like I was looking in two different directions essentially. And so I'm like, hey, Fields, like, because the first iteration of this, like this really, like Fields, there was one iteration and then we were like, all right, we're curious if like, what does it look like if we do something like this? And so Fields and his buddy put it together. And he sent this, and this is literally like what the second iteration of the logo was, and the first actual like final with Zach and I version of it. But so with that, I was like, is there any way? If not, it's fine because it looked fine regardless. But I'm like, is there any way to like make my eye not look like I'm looking off into like I'm looking at the camera with one eye and then looking over at what's happening somewhere else with the other one? Yeah, it was. The lighting was really weird on this side. And so what he did was he actually took my left eye and put it in my right eye socket. So I have two left eyes in this logo, which is just a little Easter egg nugget for the people who are watching and listening now. But
I also want to point out that this is the look I give you 90% of the time. So he nailed it.
Yeah, and then Zach is like, what are you doing? And I'm just looking like kind of confused. So he wanted to have two different looks, not just us looking straight faced or smiling. And then obviously the color scheme goes along with the show. So obviously with this being a part of the Empire, we
Empire
wanted to do that. And I think we got some breaking. Look at this. We're still talking baseball. Breaking MLB news.
I feel so bad for Senga. Last night was his return. He hadn't pitched yet this year. It was his debut. He struck out 9 in 5 innings and now is out for the year.
Yep. So crazy, man. So we have a lot planned for the channel. The new music. I don't have the new intro yet. We're gonna be rocking with the old 3-minute intro. Sorry to say, everybody, the old 3-minute intro.
For the first few weeks, we gotta we'll have to work on the other. So
yeah, but so it will probably look somewhat similar, just shorter and just probably just different video clips. But funny enough, since we made that old intro, we now have a lot of new video clips to put in that new intro. So
yeah, and then obviously also we have the banner.
Yep, the banner. So if you go to the channel, you can see that nice little neon action going on. I'm actually curious now to see what the
Fields. Every time I look at this, like Fields absolutely killed this.
Yeah, did a great job. Already up to 57 subs, guys. Really appreciate that, man. That's awesome. And again, I know people will trickle in, so I'll keep where's the link? I'll keep putting the channel link in the comments here.
We'll also tweet it out.
Yeah, and again, this move does not mean that like, oh, Ryan is never coming on again, or Rocco's never coming on, or Brass never coming on. Like, obviously, they're still going to make their appearances. It's obviously like we're going to be the one spearheading it. That's why it's called Kevin and Zach React. But this isn't just we're moving off and we're disconnecting from those guys. This is still a very joint thing. This is still part of the channel. And as we go through the process, Empire. As we go through the channel and the Empire, we're going to have more things like this, hopefully, where it's not just going to be like one branch off. We're going to have multiple different branch offs.
I need you, if you can send us audio of you singing for 3 minutes, we will make it the music. If you sing Katy Perry Firework for 3 minutes, we'll make it the music. 'Cause baby, you're a firework.
Okay. Maybe. I mean, look, I would still love that. Maybe I'll do that on the 24-hour stream. Again, 2,400 subs on Kevin and Zach React. I would do a 24-hour stream. I already have a lot of ideas. We're going to go crazy. Not too crazy, obviously.
Right now, like, if just a third of the other channel subscribes over here, we hit that in like 2 weeks, right?
That is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. All
right. I mean, I will do it too, but I don't. Jesus.
You're going to do it with me? You're going to do it with me?
Well, what am I going to do? Just leave you for 24 hours to do this?
Good. It'd get a little crazy.
I know it would get crazy.
Yeah, that's the point, isn't it? That's the point.
I'm not going to lie. I did kind of, once I said that, I was like, Joe actually might send us 3 minutes of him singing. So
yeah, that's Zach's thing. Zach has now dug himself into
appreciate you. I appreciate it anyway. If you listen back to this, you're the man.
Yeah. And also we drive this as much as the community drives it, right? We do this to, put out sports content, to react. And again, like I said last night, even when things are down right now with the Orioles and people are feeling down, we're not here to be overreaction city, hot take city. We're not here to put out those like, okay, they're in a tough stretch. They're not. Okay, Zach. They're not.
I'm not gonna lie. I've had a few overreactions the past few days.
Well, again, and the message I was putting out last night was they need to fix their issues, but they're still a talented team. This is not a talent issue. They're just in a rough stretch right now. The season is not over, but they got to fix their problems. We're not here to overreact to be hot take city, but we will praise the team when they deserve to be praised, and we will criticize the team when they deserve to be criticized. We want to be objective here. We're not leaning too far into one direction or the other. But with the ebbs and flows of the season do come ebbs and flows of emotions and ebbs and flows of everything. And we want to be a safe place, all right? A safe place, obviously, where you can express your emotions, whether that is joy, frustration, or whatever it is. Yeah, that's one of the selfies. That was one of the selfies. But
it really was. I will say this eventually. I will probably just release all my selfies out there. Like over time.
Yeah, maybe that's another goal. When you hit 1,000, we'll each release a selfie of we'll pull it up on the screen. There you go. There it is.
Yeah, when we hit 5,000, I might just release all. I think we took 5. Like there were 5 final ones, and like 5,000, I'll just release all 5.
Yeah. Exactly. So, yeah. And so again, what my point was is that if anybody has any suggestions for what you want to see, because again, Ryan's really big on this and we're all really big on it. We want to, do the thing.
I would really appreciate that.
I mean, that would be cool.
Yeah, if anybody wants to share the channel on social
We will
media,
also be tweeting it out in a few.
yes, we will be. But again, if you have any ideas for us, obviously we will have to review the ideas, right? We're not just, you can't just say something. We're going to be, all right, let's go. Let's do it right now. But if they're, yeah, that was a little creepy. I don't know what the hell that was, Zach, for being honest. But
Thank you.
that was your, you know what voice that was? That was your, I hope so voice.
Yeah, because I was gonna. Well, I started to do the I hope, and I was like, I can't say I hope so. Like, I hope you share it. Then I was like, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about this. Just a bit outside. Thank you, actually, because I probably would not have put that in the Discord. I would have forgotten. So
yeah. So I mean, this, yeah, would really appreciate that. There you go. That's all I had to say. I would really appreciate that, and that's all it had to be. You know what, you wanted to make it weird, so now it's weird.
Also appreciate you, Boom Boom, for he already shared it on X. Appreciate
Awesome.
you.
Yeah, really appreciate that. We're already up to, what is it, 73 right now. I'm about to refresh. 75. We're 3/4 of the way to 100. It'd be cool if we could Oh, we got Steve. Steve is my man. Steve is my man. Dance cam to promote the channel. I might have to do something like that. Although I can't dance, or honestly want to go High School Musical 2. I don't dance. Oh, was it Brenda? Was Brenda the
I
one?
was just have to say Brenda.
Was it Brenda? Yeah, exactly. You're just making it weird.
Yeah, sorry about that. No, I'm not saying sorry. This is something and now we're reacting to it.
Reacting to what?
My creepy voice.
You want to play it back?
No, I just said we are reacting to it right now, so we're doing what the channel's supposed to be.
Yeah. Do I have anything that we can actually react to right now? Can I
Okay, actually, no. So let's. This will be our first reaction because I do want to address this. I do want to address this about the Orioles. It's an Oriole thing. We'll do this before we get out of here. The Austin Hayes rumors about tension and stuff. I have not seen anything to confirm this. I've not seen Hayes confirm this. I have not really. There are a lot of rumors and speculation.
What I'll say is I would not be shocked. And I think that where there's smoke, there's fire, Kevin. There are rumors that Hayes didn't appreciate not the playing time. It was starting to bleed over into the clubhouse. There was some tension in the clubhouse. Ooh, it's a professional sport. Like, that happens. Like, Hayes was an all-star last year. Of course he's going to be upset when these rookies are coming in and taking his spot. Kowser's taking all of a sudden all of his playing time. I get that. And I think that there, like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire. And then obviously Hayes made the comments last night about he felt like he upgraded in team and, he has an even better chance to win the World Series right now. Both teams are playing awful ball. Both teams are just playing atrocious ball, the Phillies and the Orioles. So, I'm not going to sit here and say he's wrong. I think the Phillies do have the best chance to win the World Series of any team. So I'm not going to say that. What's he supposed to say? I hate that I'm on the Phillies right now. I wish I was on the Orioles because they have a better chance to win it all. That comment meant nothing to me. The rumors, though, I will say, if it's true, it happens. And that was probably one of the reasons they got rid of him. So, if it's addition by subtraction, meaning you opened up more playing time for other guys, and you also got someone who just wasn't happy there. Listen, I love Austin Hayes. I love Austin Hayes for everything he did for the city, everything he did for this team. This is not going to change my thing. Like, if he's upset that he wasn't getting playing time, yeah. I think that's fair. I think he probably was, but
yeah, I mean, this is a situation for him where it's so much different than I'm sure he envisioned, than everybody envisioned. Obviously, he's had some issues staying healthy, especially this season, and it's just been a complete probably 180 from what everybody expected in terms of he had struggled and he wasn't in a groove and he wasn't getting playing time. And this is a guy that, said, didn't he say he wanted to spend his career in Baltimore and all that different stuff?
Season, he wanted the extension. Yeah.
So it's a circumstantial thing where like now you have all these young outfielders and you have to figure, yeah, exactly, root for him, except when he plays the O's.
Yeah, exactly.
But it just feels like to him, he wanted a bigger role. I don't blame him for wanting a bigger role. There wasn't going to be a bigger role in Baltimore, considering that they have already a bunch of things. And yes, he will get more playing time. They already said they're going to play him.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's just, it was time, I guess, right? I think for both the player and the team, the Orioles are kind of ushering in a new era here. And Austin Hayes wants a bigger role. And I think it made sense for both sides where you bring in, you downgrade in the outfield, but you do bring in Sir Anthony Dominguez and you get bullpen help. So you make your talent work for you, right? It's what Steve Mileski said with us, is if you have a surplus of guys, go trade some of those guys for players at positions of need. And so they did that while also keeping the outfield spot. We're still a couple days away from Tuesday. Again, we're going to have a trade deadline extravaganza stream. So be sure to stay tuned for that. That'll be here on the Ron Rickman channel. But I want to kind of take all these moves in a vacuum. But for Hayes, it's like he did so much. And it's almost like, similar conversations were had when Trey Mancini got traded. I know that's kind of a different time, different player, different, just different everything. But it's a guy who helped the team through a lot of bad years. But the thing was that for Hayes, he's had a couple of these moments with the team where it's like, what's the timeline for him? How much longer does he have? And it really felt like,
yeah, we'll have that.
It felt like it was time. Yeah,
it was definitely time. Without a doubt, it was time. And I think this worked out for everyone. I know we said that would be the last thing we reacted to before we got out of here, but I do want to touch on the Zach Eflin because we haven't really talked about the Zach Eflin. Like, I know I hopped on with Ryan, which was actually funny. I was literally walking out of my door and I knew Ryan was on the stream. And I was like, oh, Zach Eflin just got traded. I was like, I can't miss this. So I just canceled my Uber and I went back up. I went upstairs and hopped on and called a new one so I could do it. But I love this move. I hate losing Baumeister. I hate losing Horvath. I hate losing Edsel. That's three very, very talented young players. But you have to give talent to get talent. They were not untouchables. They were not guys that I saw as needle movers. And when you look at it, Edsel and Horvath, where's the path? Even if they become great everyday MLB players, which I think they all have potential to, even Baumeister as a pitcher, there was very little path in the Orioles organization for them to make any impact. Meaning, as on an everyday level. We already have such a log jam at so many positions where they're using it. We talk about the log jam at third base, of shortstop and outfield. They didn't trade for any of their big names, and they still got a guy that, in a lot of ways, people, when you looked online, were hype about the Eflin thing. And I'm not talking about fans. I'm talking about media. I'm talking about the ESPN writers, the analysts. They were raving over this move for Eflin because he's a guy that, when you go out there, and Hyde actually just commented on this, he said the most important thing about him is his heart rate is low at all times. He said in the big moment, no matter what it is, Zach Eflin's pitching some pretty damn big games. This guy, I think he has 10 appearances in the playoffs. This is, and Kevin, he's under contract for next year. $18 million. Yeah. And what the Orioles said, Kevin, we'll eat all 18. Because we could have done the usual where we eat part of it, the Rays eat half, and we have to throw in another prospect. These ain't your daddy's Orioles anymore. Rubenstein said no. And it was the comment a few days ago about Rubenstein saying, whatever Mike Elias thinks fit, we will discuss. And Elias said, hey, if we eat this contract, we will give up a whole lot less. We will give up a whole lot less for this man. And they said, let's do it. So now, at least next year, you now have Grayson, you have Eflin, you have Dean Kramer under contract, healthy.
Yeah.
And they have Chase McDermott and Cade Povich still. Obviously, you want Burns back. Obviously, Tyler Wells comes back eventually. Kyle Bradish comes back eventually. But they're starting to build next year's rotation as well. And that's why I would love, man, if they had Eric Fetty, and you can also have Eric Fetty, Zach Eflin, Grayson, and Kramer as 4 guys automatically there to start your season, it's good. So
yeah, that's exactly what I said. I think you had hopped off already, but I said, like, if you have a top 4 of Burns, Rodriguez, Eflin, and Fetty, like, and then you have Kramer as your 5, I feel so much more confident in that rotation than I do, at the start of this whole thing. And that's why, again, Tuesday's going to be big because we don't know what else is coming for this Orioles team, right? Do they get a bat? Do they get another starter, get another bullpen arm? What combination of that are they going to do? So kind of figuring out, but yes, having Grayson and having Eflin and Kramer under contract, because there is so much uncertainty with this rotation, with the elephant in the room being Corbin Burns. But to me, you give up 3 prospects that it hurts, right? You got to give up something to get something. You said that, right? And I feel like a lot of people are saying that, Etzel is like the Rays type of prospect. Like, these are the types of guys they love. It's kind of like those Etzel.
exactly.
Aviator, how you feel about the order?
How would you order this rotation? Exactly like this: Burns, G-Rod, Fetty, Eflin, Kramer.
Yeah, the only question would be, some people might want Eflin 3, Kramer 4. Or, sorry, Eflin 3, Fetty 4, excuse me. But
would you be worried about Fetty goes back to his days as a national? No, because Eric Fetty got rid of his worst pitch. I believe his curveball. I believe was his worst pitch. Got rid of it completely, started using his changeup more, changed his grip a little bit, and then also added, I believe, a slurve more. So more of a slurve instead of the curve. And it's become one of his biggest out pitches. So he's just a completely different pitcher from then. So I'm not worried about him returning to that, just because there was one pitch he was getting just raked on, and he got rid of it. He literally said, I'm not throwing this pitch anymore, started using his changeup more, and now here's kind of that. So I'm not too concerned about that part.
No, and Ryan did a great breakdown on him as well. So if you want to go check out Ryan's breakdown, he explained all of that. And to me, I think that he's a guy that not a lot of people are talking about for some reason, and not a lot of people want to acquire him for some reason. I feel like the talk around Eric Fetty has been kind of low compared to guys like a Crochet and, even others. Like, I've seen more about Severino than I have about Fetty. Like, it's kind of that situation where it's like, why? Especially if you don't have to give up one of these guys. But here's the thing. If you want a Scooble, if you want one of these top level guys, you have to give up Basayo, Mayo, Jackson type player, right? You want a star, you got to give up really good prospects. If you want to go more on the lower level side of things, you don't have to give up one of those guys. But it's a matter of balance and what the Orioles feel like they can do this season and what they want. So it's
something I want to bring up real fast. Fangraphs just released their new top 100 prospects.
Oh.
Jackson Holiday was number 2.
Who's number 1? Is it?
This is actually so funny. Samuel Basayo, number 4.
Wow, that's awesome.
Highest I've seen him. Highest I've seen him. And Mayo's 12.
Well, Skeens won.
I actually am not sure. I just saw I saw some reporter yesterday.
Because I would guess that it would be Skeens.
No, but it can't be. Skeens has definitely already played his out.
Oh, is he at the threshold already?
Yeah, he's definitely had to hit the threshold. I would believe so. It's a guy. I believe it's James Wood.
James Wood is good. Yep. Yeah.
Let me see this. Let me see.
All right. Well, Zach is looking that up again. We're moving over to a new channel here on Kevin and Zach Reacts. Whatever you want to, whatever you want to have that situation as. So
yes, it is.
Again, it's James Wood. All right. So I just put the link to the new channel in the description, or in the comments. It also is in the description. So yeah, really appreciate all the support and everybody who has enjoyed this. Again, we started off, and actually, I know he gets a lot of hate, but funny hate. But Rocco was actually the one that kind of threw this idea together, and I kind of thought about it. I think Zach, you were kind of thinking about it as well, but Rocco was really the one that was like, "Hey, we should do this and try it out." And Now here we are getting our own channel on the Reinrich Media Empire. Empire is what it's called, Reinrich Media Empire.
And you can take it to the bank that will be the last time we give Rocco credit for this. So if he's not watching right now, nobody tell him. Nobody tell him. Nobody
That's
tell
it.
him.
That's it.
Yeah.
So again, a lot of fun things in store. We're still kind of figuring out what the content we want to put on there is. Obviously, it starts with our post-game reactions, which will include call-ins in the somewhere near future, as we kind of figure out what that process looks like. And then the live watch-alongs for some Orioles games. I think we're going to be doing that for most, if not all, Ravens games. And then, yes, any other content that we have, and I see Dom with the update 93 over there. We're so close to 100. Do we want to? Oh, 96. Do we want to stay on until we hit 100? I think we kind of have to at this point.
Obviously, at this
have
point.
to. All right, so we're 4 away from 2. We're already 2 away, so I guess now we have to stay on there. So again, we're going to cross stream on both channels to start. So on the Reinrich Media channel and on the new channel. And then once the channel is pumped up enough, we are going to detach. Well, not totally, obviously, it's still part of the empire. But we're going to cut off the cross stream and only stream over there. But we'll still be reminding people, right? Because obviously the goal of this is to get new watchers on Kevin and Zach React and get those watchers over to the Ryan Ripken Show. And new watchers of the Ryan Ripken Show, get those over to Kevin and Zach React. So it is a team effort here. We have a great team of 5 guys. Well, 4 in Rocco. But it's exciting to kind of take on this new journey here. The new intro, I'll try to work on that and get it out sometime in the next week or 2. What?
100.
Oh, we hit 100. All right, look at that, man. Really appreciate everybody. 101. We're already over the threshold. We are already 1/24th of the way to a 24-hour stream. So
we are. Appreciate you all. Appreciate you all. Hey, I like this idea. Just mailbag episodes. Just come on. We'll
that's kind of the goal. And we do that over at Holy Shirts and Pants with the memberships, obviously, on this channel. So if you want to become a member over on this channel, the Ryan Ripken Media channel, be sure to do that. Hit that join button next to subscribe for exclusive content. But yeah, just mailbags in general. If we want to put something out, hey, submit your questions, and we kind of, whether it's a recording or a live, answer them in that. I think that's a good idea. So appreciate you. Boom, boom. I appreciate that.
Appreciate it. Also, I think that does it, Kevin. What a start, dude.
Yeah, we have to get our own outro music. We have to be able to get our own. So we'll figure out what we got to do. Maybe that'll be Joe singing Firework, and we'll play that on the way out.
maybe Joe, falls in your court. But yeah, I think that does it for. I'm not going to call this the first, because we're not on the channel yet. But tonight we'll be on the channel. We'll be reacting on the channel. We'll be debuting the channel tonight after the Orioles game. So we will see you. We'll see you guys then. Appreciate all the support. This is truly just the beginning, and we cannot do this without you guys. It means the world to us that you all tune in. So, yeah, I think that does it.
Yep, that does it. We'll be back here tonight on the Kevin and Zach React channel. So be sure to tune in, subscribe, follow along. We have a lot in store for you. Really appreciate all the support. And really glad everybody liked the logo and what we got going on here. So, again, be sure to like and subscribe on the Ryan Ripken Media channel as well. We go live Monday and Thursday in the studio. We also have a trade deadline extravaganza coming up on Tuesday. We're going to go, whether it's 2 to 7, 3 to 7. We're going to have that for you, leading you right up to and past.
If the Orioles start making moves at 10 a.m., we will be live.
Yes, we will be. And that's another thing, too. We're not just doing post-game reactions. We will also, for any other Orioles trades that happen, we'll be going live on this channel as well. So the Orioles decided to make all their moves the day before we hopped on this channel, but hopefully they're not done yet. So we'll have a bunch of content for you. Really appreciate everybody. We'll see you back here soon tonight on Kevin and Zach React. Zach, you want to take us home?
Let's do it. Chee-wee-wees.
Chee-wee-wees.